Hello, this is M. Hauser here, and I am doing a Let's Play / walkthrough of Rygar for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Alright, let's get started. Well, let's talk about the story real quick. The story is that their peaceful city, once very peaceful, called Argul, was screwed up and messed up by this evil creature called Rygar, half lion, half tiger. And the Enduring Gods rise from the grave, the fallen Rygar, and it's your job, along with using your disc armor, to save Argul and bring back peace. That first screen you'll see there is not very important. It's just the introductory screen, I believe. This next screen is the Grand Mountain. That is the first section of the game that you come into. A lot of things in Grand Mountain, but to start off with, just going to use it as a pathway to the next section, because where we're headed, we're going to get the grappling hook, and that's the first item in the game. That door is not important, so you just skip it, and you go to the right here and you go down. This is going to be more of a walkthrough, show people how to play this and beat the game fully, or beat it all the way to the end, whatever you want to call it. So I'm just going to be telling you and giving you tips on how to get there. This next section, you'll see it'll cut out because I leveled up. Now, you level up in this game by hitting enemies. When you hit an enemy, you get a point. Different enemies give you different amounts of point, and that ups your tone and your last. That's what I want to get into next, is the menu system. There's tone, which is your attack power. There's last, which is your defensive power. And then there are 3 power-ups, which you use by finding these stars. You just saw me grab one there. These stars are just like mind control points. In your menu, you'll tell you how many mind control points you can have. And each power-up costs a mind control point. Okay? You're going to go all the way to the right, and you're going to go up, and we're going to Garlo's Plains to get the grappling hook. The first power-up is Attack Up, costs 3 mind points. The second power-up is Attack a Sal, very useful, costs 5. And the third power-up is Recover, it costs 7 mind control points. You go up and you go to the left. And then the only other thing you need to know about the menu is it tells you what items you've gotten so far, and it tells you if you've gotten the flute or the potion, I believe, the life potion. You go up, and you go around this corner, and you'll find the grappling hook just sitting there in one of these little rooms. It's nothing you have to do to get it, it's just there. The Enduring Gods are trying to help you along your journey to defeat Rygar, so they give it to you. Now, the next section we're going to be headed to is, I believe it is called Rolsa. So it gives you the grappling hook. There's me showing you how to use it. To get to Rolsa from here, you need to go back out. You need to go down. You go left. Back basically to the very beginning screen. At the very beginning screen, you go right from there, and then over one screen, and then you're at Rolsa. Now, there's nothing in Rolsa particularly right now useful to you. The only thing that's useful to you is just it allows you to get to the first area where you fight, and that first area is Yurga's Forest. So you don't have the wind pulley, so you can't go across there. I didn't mention the controls. There's basically 2 control buttons. You can jump, and then you can use your disc armor. So, it's not very hard or complicated. You go right from there, and then you go up, and now you are in Rolsa. Like I said, Rolsa doesn't have anything important to you now. Later on, you use Rolsa to get to the Sky Castle, which is the last dungeon, but for now, it's just a sort of intermediate area. But the first time you go through here, you gotta watch out for these things. I was calling them flying serpents. I don't know what you want to call them. Right there was one thing that I do have to complain about in this game, is that sometimes when you hit down on a platform that doesn't have anything underneath it, you use your grappling hook, and you can't duck sometimes on platforms without using it. So jump over that door. It's not important. I go in there to double check because I wasn't sure, but it just tells you that Rolsa is in the floating castle is above. So basically, later on, we'll come back to this area. Right there, that ledge is how you get to the last area. I go in here for no reason, just to check it. But I want to talk about the tactics for this, for fighting bosses in this game. Okay, there's 2 tactics. You can use You can go up and just bash the boss as many times as you can with your disc armor, and then get your. If you get you down to like 0, right before you get to 0, you use your recover, and it costs 7 mine points. So before you go into the battle, you have to make sure you farm for mine points, or you can use the attack assail one, which is what I use mostly in this game because it gets you through it the quickest and the easiest. The attack assail costs 5 mine points, and it gives you 10 attacks, I believe, that are just overpowered attacks. I think it just ups your attack, and it's a really powerful kill. When you're in a normal screen, it kills everything on the screen. When you're fighting a boss, it just does a lot of damage. These flying guys take a while to get used to. Not memorize, but sort of get used to their little flying pattern. But you're going to go to this next area, and it is called Yurga's Forest. And in Yurga's Forest, there are 2 things you can find. You find more of these serpents. That's not one of the things, but the 2 things you find that are useful are the refill area. There is a health area. A lot of these games have these refill sections where you can go and fill up your health, and this is one of them. You go up the first ladder, go up here, and you find the health regenerating section. The next thing is just the boss, which gives you the wind pulley. His name's Yurga. It's like I'm not sure what it is, a big turtle maybe, or some sort of creature. But yes, you keep going right. You go up that first. You go as far as you can on the first screen to the right. Then you go up the ladder, and then you go on your second floor of this area. You go as far as you can to the right, and you go down the ladder. Going right until you get to the boss section. I'm not going to be showing me farming for my mine points in this section because it's time consuming and it takes a while. So you'll just see it cut out, and I'll be at the boss with enough to use it, or I've already used it and be attacking. So actually, here you go up, you use the grappling hook. I don't believe there's anything in this door, so you just skip it. Other thing I wanted to mention is, oh yeah, right here, you see me go left a little bit and come back. Well, that's a technique I learned for killing the scorpions. You just kind of go left, and since the game, I guess it's a glitch you could call it, the glitches out the character. The scorpions are kind of hard to kill, so you got to do that a couple times on some of them. If I had done it on this last one here, I would have made it a lot easier, but I forget. And the last one, you kind of have to do a full double jump to get through. There's another ability they give you in this game. If you land on an enemy's head, you sort of bounce off of it. It's kind of neat. A little bit different, adds a different variable into the gameplay. Let's see here, I jump, listen, go back and kill all 3 of them. That's a pretty cool jump. But here, I'm just going to use attack assail. Boom, 5 mine points. Go in, just bash this guy. He hits me, I believe, twice. Once, twice. He misses me on the last one. And we keep going. And then afterwards, you see the Enduran gods again. They say, in Endora, I'll give you a pulley you must use to cross. Well, that's useful. Now, the next area we are headed to is Primeval Mountain. In order to get to Primeval Mountain, you have to go back and go down the screen, I believe. Go across the pulley, use your pulley there. You don't actually go left here, you go down. Messed up. But to use the pulley, you don't have to press anything, you just have to go under until it makes that clicking sound. You heard it, and then you just press left on the D-pad all the way to the other side of the screen. It's a little bit tricky, it takes a little while to get used to, but I figured it out, and not too hard. Just the best way the thing I used to figure it out was that when his head is touching the top of the rope right underneath the thing, you can see I line his head up with it right there. It usually grabs it. You go down another screen, you cross that little traverse there, and you go left a screen. Be careful when you're walking past the edges, because the edges are really easy to fall off of. And then now you're at Primeval Mountain. Primeval Mountain leads you to the second dungeon, and Primeval Mountain has a new character, a new enemy, that is the Egg Droppers. They're kind of a castle. This will probably be the first section you die a lot in because it's loaded with enemies and creatures that will just overload the screen, and sometimes it's hard to get by them. Like right here, I gotta go back, go left, go back, go left, go back, go left. It sort of slows down and come up there. See, if I get hit one more time, I'm dead, so I'm trying not to get hit. So the next section is called Sagila's, I believe it's Sagula's dungeon, maybe Sagula's cave. But there's two things in this section that are useful to you. There's a recover area, and that's where I'll be headed first. Once you go in here, you go right to the first rope down, and the first rope down takes you to the first basement, and that's where you'll find the recover area. That's where I'm going to show you next. The other thing that's useful besides the recover area is the bad guy gives you the crossbow. You need the crossbow to beat numerous things in this section, or in this game, so I believe you need the crossbow to actually beat the game completely, so you can't go without it, that's what I'm saying. Here's the recover area. Take a rest. There's a concept I really like about this game that's coming up. It's right here when I use my grappling hook to go up. Instead of, if there's enemies up there, when I go up, it doesn't, instead of just making me get hit by them, it pops me up above them, like I jumped above them, which is really cool. I kind of consider that a sign of a well-made game, because they thought enough to put that in there where you won't just lose health. That would really piss me off. Like in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the first one, I believe, for Nintendo. Oh man, you've seen some of the reviews for that game. It's got a lot of things that just piss people off. From here, you go all the way back up to the beginning, first level. And then you're going to go right all the way till you get to a door. And this door is going to take you outside. Be careful right here because there is a purple thing that I totally forgot about. And it hit me. You keep going right all the way to this door. And this door will take you outside. We're going to have a short sort of just an intermediate area with bad guys. It's outside, so you're going out and you're coming back in. Didn't like that there either. The enemy came out of the door. It was really annoying. But yeah, you go through here and you go all the way to the right. This game, in the dungeons themselves, the first two especially are just, if you want to call them dungeons, they're more like just pre-boss areas. I don't know. There's not too much to it. But they are just typically left to right. There's nothing more complicated than that. In the Carlos Plains area, they kind of are. It's kind of, you have to figure out where you're going. The dungeons are more or less just left to right, side-scrolling. And then you go left here, and you take that little platform down. And you go left again, and you take the next platform down. You dodge those guys. You go down. And then you go over here, and you go down another level. And then this is where it gets a little bit tricky. You've got to learn how to dodge these little purple guys that shoot out from the ground. Now they say if you hit them at the same time when they're like exactly together, that it goes away completely and you can jump. But that didn't work for me on some of the other ones, so I just sort of tried this tactic where I just hit them as much as I could and then try to jump over them so they weren't, like, try to get rid of them as much as I could and then jump over them. That was my tactic. I went for here, I just dodge them, jump through them. There you go. That's one way to do it. But if you like this video, please comment, subscribe to my channel. It really helps when we get more. If I could get some more subscribers, or comment, like the video, like I said. Thank you for watching. I'm going to end the video on this right before I fight the boss here. I'm going to have another part 2 and part 3, which show you the whole ending and how to get through the rest of the game. So, appreciate the views. Here I think I get hit here. No, it's this next one I get hit. This one's hard to get past without getting hit. There's like 3 of them. Well, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.